All right, our last break of 2019. Can you believe it? I know, right? I mean, because we're not breaking tomorrow night, so cannot believe 2019 has already come and gone. But nonetheless, it almost has. We have got three things on tap tonight: an autographed baseball bat, followed by a half case of autographed football jerseys, and then some Bowman's Best Baseball. And we are going to go over a little info before we get started ripping. So feedback is set to be automated on eBay. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you will instantly get the same in return. Far more importantly is a big thank you for being here tonight and throughout 2019 and hopefully in 2020 as well. But I appreciate you. That's all. Just saying thanks. This is what it looks like for the days ahead. So tomorrow night is an off night. No breaks on New Year's Eve. We'll be back at it on the evening of New Year's Day. So on Wednesday night, we'll start at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. We'll open a pair of TriStar Platinum autograph mini football helmets, a half case of Rookies and Stars football, and a half case of Prism Draft Picks baseball. Both of those half cases are loose boxes from a shared case. On Thursday night, it will be Leaf Best of Football and Bowman's Best Baseball, both by the full case. On Friday night, we will again be 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. Two big new releases there: Contenders Basketball and Contenders Football. Contenders Basketball, we're going to start off with a half case break, and those are loose boxes from a shared case. Contenders Football, we're going to bust the whole 12 box case, but Veteran Base does not ship in that break, okay? So all the other stuff will, rookie cards will, inserts will, autographs will, just no Veteran Base. Saturday night will be Bowman's Best Baseball again, and then Sunday night will actually be an off night. So that's what we're looking like in the days ahead. Here's what you need to know about what we're breaking tonight. So we have two free shipping breaks. That's our baseball bat and our football jerseys. Those will be out the door and on the way to you no later than Monday, the 6th of January, which, believe it or not, is a week from today. Free shipping stuff is always projected to go out approximately 7 days after the break takes place, although often it does ship sooner. And also for the free shipping breaks, if you get skunked in one of those and your team is not the team pulled, your consolation card or cards will typically be held to ship with your next package simply because it is a free shipping break. If you want your consolation card sent sooner, hit me up on eBay messages and let me know, and I will get it squared away for you. Paid shipping break tonight is Bowman's Best Baseball. I am projecting that to get out the door no later than Friday. Please remember, of course, there's no mail service on New Year's Day on Wednesday for the holiday. And I probably won't get a full work day in tomorrow either. Our counter may be closing early on New Year's Eve. They usually do so at the post office, so we'll see. But anyway, that's how it looks for that. Now, let me check out one thing. I'm going to bring you back to me for a second. I did have something unpaid in the bats. Let me see if it's still sitting there unpaid. And if it is, we'll offer it up. So yeah, does anybody want the Tampa Bay Rays for the baseball bat break? I mean, they only sold for $5.50. I think that says $5.50. So if anybody wants that in the baseball bat break, let me know. And if you don't, that's okay too. So I'm going to get that squared away. Hi, Jay Allen. Hi, Randy. Haven't seen you in a while, Randy. How are you? And Jay Allen says he's got to get his luck going tonight. Dennis is here. Hi, Dennis, and you're a Reds fan. That's my kind of guy right there. Scuba Steve's here, too, who's also a Reds fan. We got a Reds kind of thing going here. And Charles needs the Giants and the Tampa Bay Rays, I think, in Bowman's Best. Okay, so does anybody want the Tampa Bay Rays here in this autograph baseball bat break? Anybody? I'm going to go in and change up my spreadsheet so that we know it is not paid and get that part taken care of. And I'm kind of not surprised that it's unpaid. It was somebody who's, I don't know if they've done breaks before or not, but you know how sometimes you get those feelings? Yeah, it's one of those nights I had that feeling. I'm pretty sure I wasn't going to get paid. It's only $5.50. We'll live. All right, so this first up tonight is a 2020 Leaf Autograph Baseball Bat. This is break number 2. Of course, everything we're opening tonight ended on eBay tonight, Monday night, the 30th of December. We've got team names on the left-hand side, winning bidders there on the opposite side. The Tampa Bay Rays, of course, the only unpaid thing hanging out in there tonight. I'm going to bring you back to me, and then I'm going to change up the focus just a tiny little bit here. If I can get, whoops, I got myself on the wrong page, don't I? Where is what I'm looking for? There it is. All right, so this is your background getting blurry. That is intentional, so don't worry. We're going to be able to see what we need to see. So the baseball bat, it probably, most likely, isn't going to have a team on it. There's your, I'm going to show you how Leaf seals these things just with this tape down the middle there, but it's just showing you, trying to show you that it hasn't been opened up. So the baseball bats, if it is an active player, then it will go to the team that that player is currently playing for. If it is a retired player, it will go to the team they played for the longest, unless the bat specifies a team name or some other identifying information on it. So who is this? It is Andre Dawson. And there is your Andre Dawson autograph, and you've got a Beckett paper authentication in there. And somewhere, it's on the other end, of course, is our Beckett sticker to go along with it. So Andre Dawson, and I think that I know where that goes, but because some of these guys play for teams that I forget about, I mean, it happens. I am just going to double check it here real quickly. And we're going to make sure that I am correct about that. I mean, I always think of Andre Dawson as Expos, but whether or not he played anybody anywhere else is the question. So, yeah, he did. He played the Cubbies for a bit, too, didn't he? All right, so Expos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years. Cubs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Oh, and look at that. He had a couple of years with Red Sox and etc. But anyway, the Montreal Expos have the most years of service. So Expos is where we are headed. I didn't remember that he ever played for the Red Sox. See, that's why I go look that stuff up, right? All right, so our baseball bat wrapped up. Let's take a look at some information about our jerseys. This is the start of a new case for the jerseys. So you know what that means. I'm going to take all 10 of them out, number them on the end. We'll use random.org to determine which 5 we open tonight, which 5 will be in the next break. So we just talked about this. I imagine everybody heard me just go over it all. But if, for some reason, you didn't, you logged in after the fact, please take a minute, review the info on the screen, hit me up with any questions. So this will be 5 2019 Leaf Autograph football jerseys, which makes a half case. Break number 9 of this, and once again ended tonight on eBay Monday night, the 30th of December. Same format, team names on one side, your eBay user ID is up in lights across from your team on the opposite side. And Dennis, who do you have in here tonight? You said you're a first timer, and I forgot to ask you what team you have, because I got all, happy that you were a Reds fan. I like my fellow Reds fans. It's hard to be a Reds fan sometimes. So it's good that we travel in numbers occasionally. All right, I'm going to get these, excuse me, all out of the case. Once they're all out, I will number them. Then we'll use random to sort it out for us, so we know which ones are tonight and which ones are in the next break. Gotta dig deep to get all those out of there. There's a big, tall, is a very tall sort of case. Well, you can't read my writing, but I can read it well enough, I guess, to know what it is, right? The 8 went kind of funky on me, and did the 9. All right, this is pretty easy. We do random the same way every time. If there are 9 or fewer items in a list, I do random 3 times, and only the third time counts. When we have 10 or more, which obviously we do here, I do random 1 single time. It's like McDonald's. It's the same way every time. All right, we are going to be opening boxes 8, 6, 9, 2, and 7. So 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, well, what are the odds of that? That we'd get 6, 7, 8, 9 in a row. I mean, the 2's in there, but still. All right, so here's my 2. And then there's 6, 7, 8, 9. All I have to do is drag the 10 off the bottom. Ooh, I just knocked something over. At least it wasn't the camera, right? So give me 1 hot second here to get these other 5 out of the way, and I will be right back with you. And we will see what magic awaits us in our football jerseys tonight. We're going to start off with number 9 because that's the easiest one to get to. Thank you, Jay Allen, for typing in who hit the bat, because Jay Allen knows somebody will come in a little while later and ask us, and then it'll be right there, so that's always handy. Dennis, you were going to do the Bengals, but you got outbid. Oh, no. Scuba Steve says, by him. Well, one of you might be happy in a minute. We'll see. Deshaun Watson and the Texans is our first jersey. So we've got a Leaf authentication hologram sticker there and your Leaf COA. And, of course, his name on the back. So Texans first out with Deshaun Watson. Let's see what we got next. We've had pretty good luck with our jerseys lately. Both football and baseball have been nice lately. Gale Sayers. Woohoo! How about that? Leaf authenticated little card there. And there is your Gale Sayers autograph and your Leaf hologram authentication sticker as well. Looks like we've got some kind of loose threads and maybe some little weird odds and ends stuff, whatever that is, floating around in there. But anyway, Gale Sayers and the Chicago Bears are the second out. So we are Texans and Bears at the moment. Third out is Joe Theismann. JSA authenticated, and your Joe Theismann autograph there. Looks like we've got a couple of inscriptions there, and your JSA sticker to go with it. So the Redskins and Joe Theismann, third out. Texas Bears Redskins at the moment. This is going to be number 4 of 5 coming out of here right now. Looks like we've got a Saint. It is Alvin Kamara. And there's your autograph, Beckett authentication sticker, your Beckett paper COA, and there, of course, the name on the jersey. So the Saints. Saints, Redskins, Bears, Texans, first 4. Here comes the 5th one. 5th and final jersey of 2019. How about that? Well, for me anyway, the final of 2019. It's a Ridley. Is it going to be Riley or Calvin? It's Calvin. Excuse me. So a little Calvin Ridley for the Falcons. You have got a Beckett authentication paper, Beckett authentication sticker. There is your Calvin Ridley signature and his name up there on the top, so you know it's Calvin and not Riley. So to recap it, it is Calvin Ridley for the Falcons. A little Alvin Kamara for the Saints. Mr. Joe Theismann with an inscription attached for the Redskins. Nice throwback Gale Sayers for Chicago Bears. And our 5th and final, Deshaun Watson for the Texans. All right, there we go, kids. There's our 5 jerseys for tonight. Let me get these put aside, and we are going to bust into some Bowman's Best baseball. All right, let me grab our case of Bowman's Best. Let's get our baseball on. So, you know, we have to look at the spreadsheet information again. Yeah, we do. People jump in and out all the time. So, Bowman's Best, everybody's going to hit cards. We don't have to worry about consolation cards here. And it should be out the door no later than Friday. Might be sooner. Shouldn't be later. Free shipping breaks that we just completed if your team did not hit in that. Your consolation card or cards typically I would hold until your next package ships, just because they are free shipping breaks. But if you want it sent sooner, plain white envelope stamp kind of thing, hit me up and let me know, and I will take care of it. And if you did hit the baseball bat or one of the jerseys, it's going to be out the door and on the way to you no later than Monday a week from today. Probably sooner, definitely not, blah, 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 blah. Definitely not later. Yeah, I'll get it out in a minute. An 8-box case of Bowman's Best Baseball. This is break number 5. Ended tonight on eBay Monday night, the 30th of December. Team names on one side. Your eBay user ID is up in lights across from your team if you are the lucky winning bidder in here tonight. And Bowman's Best has a lot of packaging, and I like to get it all out of there first. I'm weird that way. I don't know. Maybe it's not weird. I don't know. Depends on your viewpoint, I guess. But I like to get all the stuff kind of as much out of the packaging as I can up front, because I don't like to have to stop and go and stop and go and stop and go, you know? I just like to delay the gratification once up at the top, and then after that, just go, 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 go. So, in other words, I'm telling you, you have time now if you need a break, if you want to make a snack, walk the dog, you know, bathroom break, whatever, put the kids to bed, whatever it might be. You probably got 5 or 6 minutes here. Because the way this works, each one of these master boxes, as you can see here, has a little mini box in it. So we're going to get all of these little mini boxes out of here first. Each master box has 4 autographs in it, which is just a fancy way of letting us know that each of our mini boxes has 2 autographs in it. So we're going to have a total of 32 autographs in this break. We'll have lots of other parallels and inserts and things as well, but we are looking for 32 autographs. And as we go through the first mini box or 2, I'll go a little bit slower so that I can kind of point out the various things that are in there. And then in future ones, we don't spend as much time unless they're something, you know, really interesting sort of thing. Dennis said, oh no. Dennis says the only thing we have to be happy about now is our Shogo signing. I hope that's going to be good. I do hope that's going to be good. You know, we have so many. We have a log jam everywhere. We have a log jam in the infield, log jam in the outfield. But nonetheless, I hope that's going to be a good signing for us. It looks like it's going to be. And they had said it was going to be us or the Padres, even though there were some other teams in the mix. It was coming down to Reds and Padres, and I was surprised, really, because the Reds and the Padres just really aren't similar at all. So I don't know how they ended up with those 2 as the final 2, but anyway, what are you going to do? Jay Allen, you need the Phillies. A little love for Philadelphia. All right, my friend. Let's try and do it. Let's see what we can make happen in here. I'm going to get some sleeves out on the table, and then we are going to get to work. Find something good in here, hopefully. As a whole, Bowman's Best has been really good to us this year, so I would anticipate that tonight we'll just build on that. We'll keep on keeping on. As is my custom, I'm always going to show you the inside of the empty box in a situation like this. If you should ever happen to see a pack or something stuck in there that should have been out of there, feel free to jump in the chat and let me know. The idea is if I wouldn't catch it, you would catch it. Generally I would, but hey, you never know. Letch is here. How are you doing, my friend? You've got a few teams in here tonight, the best I recall. So Future Foundations die cut. We're going to find lots of these. The interesting thing about this one is you've got Seth Beer correctly as the Diamondbacks on this card, but his autographs in here are still the Astros. So, there you go. That entire Future Foundations insert set will refract. The whole series are refractors. And there's a Gleyber Torres base refractor for the Yankees. We've got Power Producers, Adley Rutschman, nice. For the Orioles, that entire insert series also will be refractors. I'm not going to necessarily call out and say the word refractor every time, but, you know, I'll read out some of the names, team names, or player names as we go along. George Kirby and the Mariners, that's our first autograph. That is an example of a base autograph. We can find those as refractors. We can also find them with various bits of color on them. So there's LeMahieu and Mookie Betts, both just base refractors. Franchise favorites, we'll find lots of these. They, again, the whole insert series refracts. There's Xander for the Red Sox. Another Future Foundations, this one though is the Cubbies with Nico. A little Manny Machado. Our Atomic Refractor is Christian Yelich on the Power Producers inserts. I can probably wait and sleeve those refractors, I guess, mostly later. And the Orioles get on the board early, but you wanted Adley, I bet. But we have Dean, is it Kramer or Kramer? I always want to say the wrong one, but anyway, it's probably neither one. Altuve and the Astros, and then Keston Hiura for the Brewers with an insert for franchise favorites. So that's more or less the way the mini boxes are going to be constructed. If we see other examples of inserts that we didn't run across in the first one, I'll call it out the first time we come to it. Otherwise, I just kind of plug on through those unless they're numbered or something like that. Oh, Latch, Casey Mize is just doing just fine. I mean, those guys, you know, he was just drafted last year. So, of course, he's not expected to make the majors for a little bit. But the last I heard, he was looking fine. Did you hear something that I didn't hear about Casey? Is there something going on with him that I'm unaware of? Could be, since I'm not a Tigers, I'm not a Tigers fan in the fact that I don't follow all the Tigers news all the time, especially about their farm system. But I didn't know there was anything going on with him, so if there is, hey, let's jump in there and let me know. Always want to know the latest. The Miami Marlins, Victor Mesa Jr., die cut. Yankees and Garcia. That's the Pirates, our first autograph out of box, mini box number 2. Shea Langeliers for the Braves. That is an example of a refractor autograph. So it isn't numbered, but it is shiny. It's pretty. Christian Pache and the Braves. And you've got Acuna for the Braves. There is Casey Mize, speaking of, for the Tigers. Our first color of the night is Kyle Wright. Atlanta Braves, it's blue, and blue in here is going to be to 150 when we run across it. You say Mr. Kikuchi for the Mariners is our Atomic Refractor. My Cincinnati Reds with Mr. Nick Lodolo. We have a redemption. Duplantier for the Diamondbacks, franchise favorites Austin Riley, and a Kyle Wright for the Braves. So, if you haven't done a break with me before, I know it is cruel and unusual punishment. I leave all of our redemptions sitting face down right up there in housekeeping, and then at the very end of the break, I flip them all over, and we go to the Topps website and find out what our teams are. Most of the time, we probably know our teams, but we use the Topps website to verify it and make it all nice and pretty. Oh, Gene, he's all good. Casey Mize is okay. Awesome. You think he's going to go up this year? Well, maybe. I mean, he was ahead of schedule, I guess, but I kind of thought it might be 2021. But I guess if you're looking at Detroit and their rotation, it might make sense, I guess, to go up in 2020. Latch says he's got a ton of his autos. You'll be happy that you do, I imagine. Usually right when they get called up, that's a good time to market them, if you will. There's a die cut Nate Lowe for the Tampa Bay Rays. The Pirates and Josh Bell. And the Miami Marlins with J.J. Bleday. Here's a nice one for the Diamondbacks. Corbin Carroll with some ink for the D-backs, a base autograph. Nolan Gorman for the Cardinals. There's a franchise favorite, Wander Franco for the Rays. Forrest Whitley, Astros, and Atomic Garcia for the Yankees. Jay Allen caught me doing the church lady. Yeah. Special. It's pretty. I know. I lapse into it from time to time. It's hard for me to control myself. J.J. Bleday and the Miami Marlins. Franchise favorites, Tigers, Riley Green, Kyle Tucker and the Astros, Josh Young and the Rangers. And we have our little atomic here coming out for Victor Mesa Jr., and that is the Miami Marlins. Our second autograph, it's your rookie from the Twins. I don't say his last name correctly ever, but it's Williams. I can't say it. Anyway, you can see it, right? Even though I would butcher it. And it is color, so it is numbered to 150. Our first autograph that has some shiny, pretty color attached. Yeah, I mean, every once in a while, somebody's autograph will be worth more later than when they're first called up. But that is the exception rather than the rule. Most of the time, if you're in the market to sell it, it's right after they get called up is when they're at their peak, generally. Now, there are exceptions to that. I mean, certainly Mike Trout is one. Aaron Judge would be another one because, frankly, his debut wasn't great. But then he came back the next year, and it was really good. And so his prices jumped up quite a bit. So there are always a few exceptions to, I guess, every rule. Our first purple of the night, it is numbered to 250. We're headed to the Braves again with Shea Langeliers. Future Foundations die cut. That's the Colorado Rockies and Grant Levine. Shohei for the Angels. Power Producers Austin Riley for the Braves. Diamondbacks get another autograph. Blaze Alexander. That guy either had to play sports or act in adult movies, didn't he? I mean, with that name, Blaze Alexander. It's perfect for sports, though. The Indians and Francisco Lindor. The Mets and Brett Beatty. Chris Bryant for the Cubbies. This is our first look at a Neophyte Sensations insert. You have Vlad Guerrero Jr. for the Blue Jays on the front of that one. We'll find a few of those along the way tonight. Texas Rangers have a Julio Pablo Martinez insert. Whit Merrifield, Royals. And more ink for the Braves. Braden Schumacher. It's a nice one. Ryu for the Dodgers. And the D-backs and Corbin Carroll, Brendan Rodgers, and the Rockies. Was anybody else surprised with Ryu signing with Toronto? Like, I kind of was. I wasn't really expecting that. Gerald's trying to help me pronounce Willen's last name. You know what? I will butcher it every time. Here's my problem. I can hear a name pronounced, and I still can't spit it back out. And you guys can phonetically spell it for me, and I might get it right the first time. The chances of me getting it right in the future are not very good. I just have a really difficult time pronouncing names of a foreign descent, generally. I know, it's bad. But I'm going to try to sound it out here. You have it typed in as Astudillo. Astudillo. Yeah, I'm not going to probably get that right, but I do appreciate the effort of trying to help me. Jay Allen, you opened a Sprite and it went all over everything. Oh, I'm sorry, man. That's a drag. Ramon Laureano to 150 for the Oakland A's. Future Foundations, Orioles, Dean Kremer again. Bregman, Astros. Power Producers, Riley Green and the Tigers. Zach Thompson autograph comes out to get the St. Louis Cardinals on the board tonight. Dodgers, Rockies, Marlins, a neophyte sensation, Brandon Lowe for the Tampa Bay Rays, and a little Adley Rutschman atomic refractor for Baltimore. Hira for the Brewers, and there's Pedro Martinez, Red Sox, Kopech, White Sox, Will Wilson, Angels. Ooh, nice. Joey Bart for the San Francisco Giants. I love Joey Bart. And that was a base autograph. I know. I have a thing about catchers. I like catchers just in general. Jay Allen, you said I've got you coming up with movie titles now? Because of the Blaze Alexander, you mean? Yeah, I know. But there are a couple of guys that their names lend themselves towards that sort of thought process. And Blaze Alexander is definitely one of them. Steel Walker is another one. There's 2 or 3 of them I always chuckle to myself and think it's a good thing you play sports. Jay Allen is typing in some good potential movie titles. Since it's a family kind of show, I'm the one that did it, though. I'm the one that diverted us, but I still won't read it out loud. The Mets Future Foundations, Shervin Newton, although they all are very G-rated. Still, I won't, just in case. The Griffin Canning for the Angels, the Mets, and Pete Alonso. So nobody needs to have to tell that bedtime story tonight, right? Daddy, what's up? Mommy, what's... Yeah, no, we don't need that tonight. Tampa Bay Rays, Ronaldo Hernandez, blue to 150. The Twins, Cavaco. That is Mark McGwire for the Cardinals, the Twins, and Royce Lewis. A Justin Verlander purple to 250. And a Future Foundations for the Cardinals, that was Andrew Kisner. Oh, I know, Jay Allen. I know you would keep it G-rated. That's what I said. So I'm like, because people might be watching it later, and I don't know if the chat shows up, and they're sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, what was in there? No, it was all very G-rated. Aaron Judge and the Yankees. There is Shea Langeliers for the Braves, Nolan Arenado Rockies, Brandon Lowe. For the Rays, our autograph, my Reds. My Cincinnati Reds, yay. Reese Hines for Cincinnati. Hopefully my Cincinnati Reds are going to cobble together a good little group, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all comes out at the end of the day, I guess. I just don't want to lose 100 games again. Is it bad if you start thinking like, hey, if we only lose 75, I feel good about the season? No. My Reds will be all right eventually. My Steelers, of course, blew it. Well, they blew it 2 weeks ago, but yeah. So we're sitting home again. Fernando Tatis Jr., Padres. White Sox, Robert. Cubbies, Rizzo. Yankees have a Gill autograph, Luis Gill. But I'm still kind of laughing that the Dolphins knocked the Patriots out of the second seed. That's the Blue Jays and Alex Manoah. Cincinnati Reds, Jonathan Indian, Kikuchi, Mariners. I mean, you have to let me have a little something to be happy about since my Steelers got knocked out. Ozzie for the Braves. Angels and Shohei, Kirsch for the Dodgers. A die cut for the Angels with Jordan Adams. Ramon Laureano and the Oakland A's. Our autograph. Oh, nice. Michael Chavis, Red Sox. Nice. Oh, and it's the refractor version, too. Nice little rookie autograph there for the Red Sox. Dennis, yeah, I don't know how I feel about getting Lindor, because you know what they're saying is that the Indians are interested in Nick Senzel, and I don't want to trade Nick Senzel for Francisco Lindor. I just don't. I mean, Senzel is cheaper. He's younger. He's probably... We still don't know how much more upside he has. Lindor is great, don't get me wrong, but the asking price is going to be steep. He's going to be paid a boatload in arbitration, and he's only, has he got 2 years left? Would he have 2 years left? Or 1 year left? Maybe just 1 year left under contract. And, by the way, we've got 8,000 infielders. So, I don't know. I don't know if I think the price would be too high for Lindor, personally. The Nationals and the Blue Jays. We have an atomic refractor, Riley Green, Detroit Tigers. But then, you know what will happen, because I've said that, we'll get Lindor and we'll put him with Moustakas and all these other guys that I've been complaining that they're too old and we've paid them too much money. And then we'll somehow win a World Series and you guys can all throw it back in my face, which I'd be happy to have happen if we actually won a World Series. I mean, you know, with that group. Shervin Newton for the Mets. There's something about that guy's signature that I kind of love. It's a hot mess, but he took some time, right? He worked on it, so I like it. Vlad Guerrero Jr. had a refractor for the Blue Jays. Freddie Freeman purple to 250 is the Mets. Shohei Ohtani atomic for the Angels. And speaking of the devil, there's a little refractor for my man Nick Senzel and the Cincinnati Reds. We have got a Future Foundations die cut for the Tampa Bay Rays of Wander Franco. Juan Soto for the Nats. The Marlins, Victor Mesa, Joey Gallo, and the Rangers. Power producers, Andrew Vaughn. White Sox. Oh, look at you go, San Francisco Giants. A second Joey Bart autograph. I'm a little jealous. This is the die cut Future Foundations Joey Bart, and it is numbered to, what does that say, 80 up there, I believe is what it says in the corner. So a pair of Joey Barts, one on the die cut. Nice. And that was Trey Turner for the Nationals to wrap up that mini box. Jay Allen, you think you're jinxing yourself, so you're gonna go get some rest and check it out later? Well, I will carry the mojo on in your absence. I will try my best to find some Phillies for you. Dennis says he would send Senzel, India, and Jonathan India and Tyler Mahle to the Indians for the 2-year window of Lindor. Ooh, I would not. I would not. Listen, if we were ready, if we were championship ready right now, and Francisco Lindor is the only missing piece that we had to be ready to make a World Series run, I'd say, yeah, go for it. But we are not ready. Cincinnati Reds, Jonathan India, die cut. So we are better off, I think, keeping our young guys that are showing promise. Bo Bichette for the Blue Jays. That was Josh Young for the Rangers. Got a nice little Jordan Adams autograph. Angels. And it is a refractor autograph. Wander Franco. Blue Jays, Alex Manoah, a Rutschman refractor. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. We got our little red, baby. It is numbered to 10. We've had pretty good luck pulling red out of Bowman's Best this year. Mitch Keller and the Pittsburgh Pirates with a nice little red baby to 10. Followed by a Griffin Canning Atomic for the Angels. The Dodgers and Will Smith. An Atomic die cut for the Angels. And that is Jordan Adams again. Colorado Rockies, Michael Toglia is our second autograph out of this particular mini box. And you've got Puig for the Indians. Cardinals, Nolan Gorman, and a Rhys Hoskins refractor for the Phillies wrap up that mini. You said your Dodgers stole a couple of good ones from the Reds in that Puig trade, Jeter Downs and Josiah Gray. Yeah, I know. I know. See, that's the kind of stuff the Reds do that make me crazy. Makes me absolutely crazy. I mean, you know, because we lost, and there was a bunch of trading going on in that 3-team deal. So Taylor Trammell went, and Jeter went, and, you know, we had some good farm system guys for what? A short-term rental of Puig, and who else did we get? A couple other guys, but anyway, my point is, I don't like it when we do that. We develop talent and then we don't pay to keep it, or we develop talent or we draft well and then we trade it out for these 1- and 2-year rentals. It just makes me crazy. The Nationals and Carter Kieboom. Which, again, it's mainly because we're not in a place where those guys can get us over the top to a World Series. That was Sheffield for the Mariners. Eloy, White Sox. A Will Wilson autograph for the Angels. Base auto. So, I mean, I know. I don't run the team, so I'm sure they know what they're doing. Of course, I say that every year, and then we lose 100 games again. Hunter Green for the Cincinnati Reds. Verlander for the Astros. We have another Zach Thompson for the Cardinals. Bookend there. Definitely a bookend. That one is the refractor. I think our other one was a base autograph. We'll recap it, though, at the end. There was a Rizzo refractor, Victor Mesa Marlins, DeYoung Cardinals, Abreu White Sox, Casey Mize Tigers, Yelich Brewers, and we have our first green of the night, Ramon Laureano, Oakland A's, numbered /299. All right, we have 6 mini boxes left, which is the equivalent of 3 master boxes, if you're wondering where we are in the land of opening here. Jay Allen says he'd like some Phillies if Topps accidentally puts some in. Oh, I know. We got to try and find you some, Jay Allen. Oh, no, Dennis. Don't say that now. Dennis is saying if I pull Tyler Molly out of here, too, then I'm going to basically make the Francisco Lindor trade he proposed come true. Because we've already hit India and Senzel in here a couple of times. India. Did I say Indians? India. So you got me all rattled now thinking about that. Oh, that would be bad. That would make me really unhappy. Otani and the Angels. Ooh, look at that, Miami Marlins. You have got Victor Mesa. So that little fellow right there is somewhat elusive when it comes to his ink. So that's a nice one for Miami. A Bryce Harper refractor for the Phillies. Padres and Tatis. Chavez, Red Sox. Die cut for my Cincinnati Reds. Jonathan India. Tatis, Padres. And here's our case hit. This is on the franchise favorites card set. We generally pull one of these that is autographed per case. It is Braden Schumacher. So the Atlanta Braves are really on fire tonight because guess what? That's also numbered to 50. Most of the time when we get our franchise favorites autograph out of here, it's not a refractor nor is it numbered. That is a gold refractor to 50. So Braves, nice hit. Braves again, Langoliers. Texas Rangers, Julio Pablo Martinez. Stott for the Phillies. The Cardinals die cut is Montero. And a little Javi Baez for the Cubbies. Wraps up that one. Gerald said I do all right saying Laureano. But not the other guy. I know. See, I've already forgotten how you typed it in there. Oh, boy. And you phonetically typed it in there, and I've already forgotten how I was supposed to say it. Osteo or something like that. See, I can't do it, man. I told you I can't do that guy's name. I tried, but I can't. Hawk MJ, you are welcome. You must have the Braves tonight. That little Braden headed your way is a nice one. Charlie Blackmon. That is purple to 250 for the Colorado Rockies. A Future Foundations for the Blue Jays, Bo Bichette. Padres, C.J. Abrams. Power Producers, Arenado for the Rockies. Oh, man, we're going to get a second Future Foundations die-cut autograph tonight. That's super unusual. And it's Swaggerty. Pirates, and it's gold. Nice. To 50. With Travis Swaggerty and the Pirates. I like that hit a lot, too. John Means, Orioles. KC, Bobby Witt Jr., Freddie Freeman, and the Braves. Somebody's hanging out down there trying not to come up off the table. Giving me grief. Lodolo and the Reds, Riley Green. Tigers, a neophyte sensations, Pete Alonso for the Mets. Diamondbacks have our Atomic with Duplantier. Acuna for the Braves. And our autograph is the Tampa Bay Rays with Greg Jones. Base autograph. And then a Corbin Carroll refractor for the D-backs. Wraps that up. Yeah, Gerald, you should have been on here the other night. Someone was logged in and their last name is Benoit, right? And normally, knowing me the way that you do, you would expect that I would butcher that. But I threw out a guess. I was like, is it Benoit? And I don't know why I looked at it and thought it was Benoit. And then I thought, oh, I've probably said it wrong. And I offered up a couple of other variations. come to find out, I had it right the first time. It really was pronounced Benoit. You would have been proud of me, Gerald. It is, as you know, rare for me to get one of those correctly, especially on the first go-round. Tampa Bay Rays, Ronaldo Hernandez. Austin Riley, Braves. Power producers, Trout for the Angels. And another Mitch Keller autograph for the Pirates. Your other was an autograph for Mitch Keller, wasn't it? It was something Mitch Keller. I think it was autograph. Chris Davis, Oakland A's. Trout for the Angels. Scherzer for the Nats. We have more Joey Bart, a green refractor parallel to 99, San Francisco Giants. The Mariners, a Future Foundations, Julio Rodriguez. Mr. DeGrom for the Mets. Senzel for the Reds. Gary Sanchez, Yankees. Martinez, Red Sox. Oh, there it is. There's Adley. Mr. Adley Rutschman for the Baltimore Orioles. Is it going to have color? Yes, it does. Come to mama. That is blue, numbered to 150. So you got the Baltimore Orioles. That's what you were looking for. Got 3 mini boxes left, including the one I've got coming out of the wrappers right now. We still have a redemption that we haven't flipped over either, so that will also make somebody happy when we do get it flipped over. My Kentucky Wildcats are playing tomorrow in their bowl game. Playing the Belk Bowl in North Carolina. So I'm kind of jazzed for that. Hoping we win, because if we don't, it's going to kind of ruin my day. To 250, the purple parallel Jacob deGrom. Die cut, Cardinals, Nolan Gorman. Pete Alonso, refractor for the Mets. Power producers, Harper and the Phillies. Padres, Owen Miller. Green to 99 with your Owen Miller signature. There's Joey Bart. Andrew Vaughn, Joe Adell. Neophyte Sensations, Will Smith for the Dodgers. And we have an Atomic Jeff McNeil for the Mets, right there on top. Who else is waiting for us in here? Hunter Bishop and the Giants, Mitch Keller and the Pirates, Brett Baty and the Mets. An Atomic Future Foundations die cut, Baltimore Orioles. That is your guy, Dean Krimmer, again. Oh, now Dodgers fan, I've never heard this guy's name pronounced. So tell me, how is it supposed to be pronounced? I'll try to remember it. Is it Hosey, Hosey, Hosey? I always say Hosey, but I suspect that's totally wrong. Anyway, his first name is Cody. That much I can get you. And I have never, ever heard his name even pronounced. Andrew Vaughn, White Sox. So Dodgers fan, if you can phonetically tell me how to accomplish the name pronunciation of Cody, I would be forever in your debt. Or at least in your debt until the end of the break. He says Hosey. Oh, Gerald, you said it's Hosey. Okay. See, I told you I knew I'd have it wrong because I said what? Hosey more. Hosey. Hosey. All right. So we have 2 mini boxes left. 2 mini boxes represent 1 master box. So we're going to go ahead and call it as Last Box Mojo, even though technically we have 2 mini boxes left to go. So, yeah. Oh, Gerald, it is you that's the Dodgers fan, isn't it? I was thinking there was somebody else talking for the Dodgers earlier, but that was you, wasn't it? See how my mind is shot? The older I get, the worse it gets. There are the Orioles with Bannon on a Future Foundations die cut. Chris Paddock, Padres, power producers, Vlad Guerrero Jr. for the Blue Jays, the Yankees, and Garcia. So, Gerald, thank you for that. I'm hopefully going to be able to retain that one. Eloy Jimenez for the White Sox. White Sox with Eloy again. Kalenic for the Mariners. A Bryce Harper Atomic for the Phillies. I see Mackenzie Gore on the horizon here for the Padres with a refractor. Hunter Bishop, San Francisco. C.J. Abrams, Padres. Cavco, Twins. McNeil, Mets. Last autograph out of that mini box heads to the Cardinals with Andrew Kisner. And that's a base auto. Or was that a refractor? Oh, it's a refractor, sorry. Yeah, refractor auto for Kisner. Got ahead of myself, didn't I? A little bit. All right, the last one. The last box of my last break of 2019. Wow, cannot believe 2019 is practically over. We have broken a tremendous amount of stuff this year. And we'll be right back at it on Wednesday. Plenty of stuff left to break. And then, of course, Contenders coming out on Friday, both basketball and football. Last year, they did that right around this time of the year, I think. Maybe even the year before. It was always a terrible time, like right around the holidays, and shipping would be all messed up. And, of course, we're still around the holidays, but shipping's not as messed up as it sometimes is around Christmas. Chris Davis, gold, Oakland A's, numbered 250. Most of my distributors shipped today, so hopefully I'll get it ahead of time, but at the very least I would think I would get it on release day, which is when we normally get stuff. That is a Victor Mesa die cut for the Marlins. Carter Kieboom and the Nats. Power producers Acuna and the Braves. Oh boy. Is a bookend for Willens. And Astudillo. I told you I'm not going to remember Astudillo. Oh man. Anyway, Willens with a bookend for the Twins. Moncada and the White Sox. Adley and Goldschmidt, both were refractors. Charlie Blackmon, Rockies. The Twins and Josh Young. Mike Trout for the Angels. Neophyte Eloy for the White Sox. A die cut for St. Louis. Or for the Phillies, rather. Sorry, that was Alec Bowen. Chris Sale, Red Sox. Ooh, I see more gold. More gold, and it is numbered to 50. It is another Franchise Foundations die cut. And it's not Adley, but it's your other guy, Dylan Kremer. And our last autograph out also heads to the Twins with Matt Wallner. So the Twins kind of snuck up and had a good little break, didn't they? They kind of quietly had a nice break. So here's what's coming next. We're going to flip over that redemption that's been sitting up there face down in housekeeping. We'll find out who is on the other side of that and then go to the Topps website to verify the team. After we accomplish that, we are going to come back and do a little recapping of some of our hits. All right. So that's what's happening next. And then after that, we'll put up the other spreadsheet information again with shipping dates and what's coming up in the days ahead and all that. Gerald's trying to tell me again how to pronounce it. I know I butchered every time. Charles says the best card I pulled in 2019. Oh boy, I don't even know. It is Brendan Rodgers. That's going to be the Rockies' best of 2019 autograph. You know, I don't know. We didn't have, you know, a $100,000 card like we did in, was that in 2018, I guess, when we had that card. So we certainly didn't have any $100,000 cards, but we definitely had some cards in the multiple thousands of dollars. But man, you know I do well to remember what we pulled yesterday. I'm like the bad one to ask. I should remember it, but I swear to you I don't. I see so many cards every day, all the time, between breaking and sorting and shipping. I just don't retain them very well, I'm afraid. All right, so we've got to scroll down here for a minute until we get to our autographs. There we go. Brendan Rodgers, where are you, my friend? Right there, Brendan Rodgers, Colorado Rockies, just exactly as we expected, but now it's all official-like. So let's do some recapping, shall we? These are the atomics that we pulled. Phillies, Orioles, Mets, Diamondbacks, Angels, Tigers, Orioles, Marlin, Yankee, Mariner, Brewers. Numbered cards that do not have autographs attached. Gold parallel to 50, Baltimore Orioles. Gold parallel to 50, the Oakland A's. Purple to 250 for the Mets. Green to 99, San Francisco Giants. Purple to 250, Rockies. Green to 99, Oakland A's. Red to 10, my favorite kind, red. Well, other than superfractors, my favorite kind in here. That headed to the Pirates. Purple to 250, Braves. Purple to 250, Astros. Blue to 150, the A's. Purple to 250, the Braves. And blue to 150, also the Braves. Now on to our little stack of autographs here. The Twins have Matt Wallner, Willens Astudillo for the Twins. Andrew Knizner, refractor, Cardinals. The Yankees and Garcia, the Dodgers, and Hosey. To 99, that's Owen Miller for the Padres. To 150, Adley Rutschman for the Orioles. The Pirates and Mitch Keller. The Rays have Greg Jones. A die cut gold to 50 for the Pirates with Travis Swaggerty. I like that autograph right there. I also like this one a lot. Brandon Schumacher, franchise favorites, case hit, gold refractor to 50 for the Braves. Nice. The Marlins with Victor Mesa. We have the redemption for Brendan Rodgers and the Rockies. I feel like that guy is forever the bridesmaid and never the bride. For the Cardinals, you have Zach Thompson, a refractor autograph. The Angels and Will Wilson. Colorado Rockies, Michael Toglia. Jordan Adams, refractor, Angels. A die cut numbered to 80. I think that says 80, does it? Yeah, 80 for the Giants with Joey Bart. The Mets, Shervin Newton. Michael Chavis, refractor, Red Sox. The Yankees and Luis Gil. My Cincinnati Reds take one home. Reese Hines. To 150, the blue parallel for the Rays, Ronaldo Hernandez. The Giants with a base, Joey Bart. The Cardinals and Zach Thompson. The Braves, Braden Schumacher. The D-backs, Blaze Alexander. The Twins, blue parallel to 150, Willens Astudillo. I think it's getting worse every time. It's not getting better. Corbin Carroll and the Diamondbacks. A refractor for the Braves, Shea Langeliers. And there is Dean Krimmer for the Orioles, and the Mariners started us off tonight with George Kirby. Alrighty, so kids, there is the last of our breaks and the last of our recaps for 2019, believe it or not. If you missed it earlier, I'm going to throw up spreadsheet information one more time, and then we'll also look at what's coming up in the days ahead right after this. So Bowman's Best should be on the way by Friday at the latest. It might go sooner, won't go later, and everybody pulled cards in here, so we don't worry about consolation cards in this break. No mail service on Wednesday, of course, for New Year's Day, so keep that in mind. Our free shipping breaks tonight, those were the memorabilia breaks, will go out no later than Monday a week from today. That's the way free shipping stuff is always projected out. It often goes sooner, but it will not go later than that. If you got skunked in one of the memorabilia breaks and you would like your consolation card or cards sent separately rather than waiting for your next package, as I would typically do, send me a message on eBay and let me know. I'll hook you up. So here's what it looks like in the days ahead. Tomorrow night, New Year's Eve, is an off night, but we will be back at it on the evening of New Year's Day, Wednesday. We'll start at 8:30 Eastern and 5:30 Pacific. We're going to open a pair of TriStar Platinum Autograph Mini Football helmets, half case of Rookies and Stars Football, half case of Prism Draft Picks Baseball. Both of those half case breaks are loose boxes from a shared case. On Thursday, it is Leaf Best of Football and Bowman's Best Baseball, both by the full case. Keep in mind on Best of Football, there is a separate bidding category for any redemption, which would be a memorabilia item or potentially a sealed box of cards or a sealed case of cards. On Friday, we're going to start at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, because it's a big one. It's Contenders Day. Woohoo! Contenders basketball and football. Basketball, we'll break it by the half case. They are loose boxes from a shared case. Football, we're going to break it by the full case, but veteran base does not ship in that football break, in Contenders football. Okay, keep that in mind. On Saturday, we're going to break Bowman's Best again. And then on Sunday, that will also be an off night because, you know what, I have to get my football on. So there you go, kids. That is it for me for 2019. I can't even believe that. So happy New Year, everyone. Happy holidays. Be safe. Have fun. Thank you for being here and being part of my breaks in 2019. I appreciate you very much. And I will look forward to hopefully seeing you again in 2020 somewhere along the way. So happy New Year. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye now.